What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and the Spidey update is here. And I gotta tell you guys, so far, I'm pretty impressed with what I've been seeing so far. The first thing that you guys probably have noticed is that everybody got a free CTP of Greed. That is phenomenal. And they gave us a CTP of Greed because there were some problems whenever people were reforging CTP. So this was kind of like compensation for us, and everybody got one. So it's actually pretty damn awesome that we all got a free CTP of Greed. We also have a little something in the event shop here, which is, White Fox's and Black Cat's uniform. Now, we knew Black Cat was going to come, and we pretty much assumed that White Fox would too. And you're going to need 60 tokens in total. And unfortunately, this is a paywall. Now, you're going to get some snowball tokens after 7 days of logging in, but I think it's going to be about 10 snowballs. So you're going to need more than likely about 50 snowballs in order to get both of those uniforms if you don't have either one of them. Obviously, if you only have one of them, then you only need 20 snow tokens. So you could either buy 2 of these things here, you could spend $20, and you could get, 20 more tokens, and then you'll get the 10 free tokens after the 7 days, and you'll be able to get one of the uniforms, whichever one you actually prefer, or the one that you don't have. And if you don't have either one, I think it'd be best to probably go into the offer for agents and probably just go ahead and spend $50 on this number 3 pack here, because you're actually going to get 50 snowballs, and again, you'll get 10 free ones after 7 days of logging in, and $50 will get you both those uniforms, plus you're going to get more crystals, right? I think it's really the best way to go if you're going to spend money. I'm not trying to advocate for any of you to spend money. It's just, this really is a really great update, and it's an update that I definitely want to support. I'll probably end up buying the $50 one and queuing up probably the Black Cat uniform, because I do want to take advantage of this opportunity, and I do want to get the White Fox uniform because that thing really is insane for characters with leadership. Now, I want to give you guys my brief thoughts and impressions on the uniforms, at least thus far. Now, Black Cat, I couldn't test it because I haven't made any purchases. I haven't bought the uniform, so I'm not really sure about it. And if you guys notice with Spider-Man there, whenever he jumps in the air, you hear the little sirens in the background. That is a nice touch. And he does that way. I love the spider sense thing. That's so cool. And not only that, but whether it's his black uniform or the red uniform, he does it in either one. It's pretty damn cool. So first things first, let's take a look at Kingpin. Now, Kingpin looks pretty damn cool. He looks like one hoss mofo, right? He looks pretty damn cool. This is just my initial thoughts, guys. I did test Kingpin a little bit in World Boss, and I will tell you guys this, considering that I have 25% Pierce on my account, considering that this guy has a really, really good leadership now with a 40% increase of physical attack, I felt this damage to be a little lackluster. It didn't really feel like it's was as good as it should be. But then again, he's built really like crap, and he doesn't have his tier 3, right? And sometimes when characters get tier 3, depending on the stat bumps they get, could really depend on how much damage they're actually going to do. But they really did do a lot for the character. He's got the nice attack buff here, the crit rate buff, he's got the immunity, he's got the damage proc on the 4th skill, which is pretty damn cool. It's something I actually didn't even test. We might test here in a little bit. He's got the guard hit, the recovery on the 3, the 2, and the 1. And then, of course, his passive here with the guaranteed critical rate. So let's take a look at his skills, man. The guy, he's got some really cool skills. And something else to note about Kingpin that's freaking amazing, and why I think having him at tier 3 is really going to make the difference, is that when he's at tier 3, you can actually cancel that damn thing. You can cancel his tier 3. It's pretty freaking cool. So if you look at the 5, that is dope, my friends. That is dope. So freaking cool, right? Then the 4th skill brings out his summons. They do a bunch of machine gun fire, and he throws a little bomb at the end. You can actually delay cancel the 4th skill. However, you might lose the proc. Let me look at something really quick. There's a damage proc on the 4th skill. Oh, yeah. You still get the damage proc when you cancel into the 5th skill. So, yeah, the rotation I worked out earlier seemed to work out pretty good. You got the 2 skill here, a little smack-a-dack, and then jump down, slam on him. And then you got the 1 that has the paralysis. That's very handy in regular world boss. And then the 3 gives him a heal. And if you notice, the 3 doesn't give him a heal instantly. You gotta spin around a little bit. As soon as he kind of rolls over, then he gets his heal. And then when you look at his tier 3, let's turn the SFX on. Let me find this SFX right here. It's on. Okay. Let's hit that tier 3. Now you can actually cancel this damn thing pretty much instantly, which is pretty cool, guys. There's a big slam. That is so wild. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and build a tier 3 again. I'll show you guys this. This is pretty wild. I really think that Kingpin, I mean, this goes without saying with for all characters, but whenever he's at tier 3, it's really when you're going to see the shine get on him. But right now, his damage does seem a bit lackluster in just regular World Boss Ultimate. But watch this. You see the Samurai coming around, right? You can cancel that skill. It's pretty damn cool. I mean, Kingpin, he looks awesome aesthetically. But I really am kind of wondering about how well he's actually going to do as far as regular World Boss Ultimate is concerned. Don't think he's going to be really good for PvP. But I will say that the guy's got a pretty wild kit when it comes to, say, ABX. Because he does have, for Combat Villain Day, he's got Paralysis right here. He's got, let's see, Stun, okay. He's got Silence right here. So we got Paralysis and Silence. And we have Burn. So he's got all the seasons covered for ABX. So just because the character might seem lackluster in World Boss, especially at tier 2, don't even have his tier 3, doesn't mean he won't be an ABX meta. He could absolutely be an ABX meta. He could absolutely be. And he's not going to be the best leadership for ABX because we have Abomination, but still, he might be insane for ABX. I mean, his uniform effect is pretty damn potent with the 100% chance increase of critical damage by 45% on a critical attack. That's pretty awesome, man. That's guaranteed on a 10-second cooldown, and then the extra chain hit damage. So we'll see when it comes to Kingpin, and then we get into Black Cat. Now all we can do here is look at her uniform. I haven't tested the uniform because obviously I don't have the thing, but aesthetically, I think she looks gorgeous, right? She looks, I mean, some things are sticking out there, guys. I mean, she looks pretty phenomenal. I love the hat. Love it. Her uniform gives her the critical damage by 30%. Going to make it a lot easier to level up, which is awesome. The extra chain hit damage is really nice. And they did a pretty good amount for her. I mean, her 4th skill gives the 20% increase of all attack. And then the 5th skill gives her a nice heal, the 40% attack. I mean, this isn't a review or anything of these characters. You got invincibility on the 3, which is really nice. You got the 2, which has Paralysis. That's really awesome too. I mean, she's got a lot of goodness going on. And I have been kind of playing with the rotation just in the skill preview here. And it looks like you can do, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if you look at the 5, she's in an iframe. And it does a lot of damn hits. It's pretty sick. And then the 4, not bad. But you do have a nice attack buff on the 4. And you get the attack buff the moment you hit the skill. You get that 20% attack buff the moment you hit skill, right? You're going to want to put that proc on the 5 for sure. Man, so cool. Such a cool skill. By the way, whenever she's running around, you see the gold steps. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then you got the 2, little slam, partial iframe, the 1. I think I canceled that too a little early. And then the 3. Whoop, there's the debuff. Look at all the hits that damn thing does. So it looks like you'd want to go, 3, and you can cancel the 3. Whenever she goes up in the air, you see that you can cancel the 3, right? And still get a lot of that residual damage from it. So you could literally go up in the air, cancel the 4 into the 5, get all the residual damage from the 3, get the attack buff from the 4, and then go into the 5 and get the attack buff from the 5, and put your proc on the 5. The thing about Black Cat that sucks right now is the fact that she does have an awakened skill. She does have a tier 3, and that could change very soon in a mid-month patch, not far from now, but we don't know, right? It's the whole bait thing when it comes to getting this uniform. But even so, guys, like, she's going to be a pretty godly leadership for ABX as well, because that was something else they changed about this character. I mean, her leadership is pretty damn potent. You can't see it here, but 65% increase to basic attack and the extra 35% to ignore dodge, I believe is what it was, is OP. That is an OP freaking leadership for Speed Villain Day. That is just insanely good. And then we get into Spider-Man. And I just love those sirens, man. That is so freaking cool. Spider-Man. And this is going to be so cool for me to say. I do believe that Spider-Man is the highlight. In fact, I am pretty damn confident he's the highlight. This character is pretty godly right now. Very, very godly. And if you guys are wondering about, you know, whether to buy the red uniform or the black uniform, I really think it depends on whether you're PvP or PvE oriented. But I honestly think that the red uniform is real. I mean, so far from the testing, I'm not saying this is concrete. I'm not saying this is absolute. I'm still, you know, reserving my judgment. I've only been playing these characters for a short time, but it looks like this uniform here is going to be just better for PvP because, I mean, you do got a lot of goodness going on. You know, you got the passive with the increased damage of the supervillains. Both this black uniform and red uniform actually have that. And he also has damage accumulation on both uniforms, which is also really, really cool. You can cancel that skill immediately. But in the red uniform, he has the remove all debuff. Both the uniforms have the remove all debuff on the 4, but he has ignore iframe on the 4 and a heal here, right? That's something that's going to help him tremendously. And by the way, this web ignore immunity is off the charts amazing. It is so fun to watch world bosses get wrapped up in web and beating it up. You really do feel like Spider-Man playing this uniform. Both his black uniform and his red uniform, you can move around during the fifth skill, and they got both of them, I believe, have damage procs on them. You got a damage proc on this skill here, and this is the skill you want to put the damage proc on. And I believe his black uniform as well also has a damage proc on that fifth skill, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's that damage proc on it. But this one here actually has an attack buff on the 4 instead of the ignore iframe. So it's probably going to do more damage. I mean, you still got the heal as well. It's probably going to do more damage. But I think the red uniform, I mean, the damage difference between both these uniforms from the testing that I did isn't humongous. But then again, I only have them at tier 2. And maybe against Null and Mephisto, it's going to be a different story. Maybe this black uniform there'll be a larger difference in the damage difference, you know, with these uniforms against those world bosses. But in regular world boss ultimate, the black uniform is stronger, but it's not by a massive margin. And they actually play pretty much the same. I mean, it's pretty cool. So, I mean, we take a look at the black uniform skills. We look at the 5. Freaking love it, man. I mean, you see the lights from the police car, right? That glare when he's spinning around. That is dope. And then you got the sirens going around. Lots of hits. And there's that time freeze, and you can cancel the skill immediately. Like the moment you hit that skill, you can cancel it. Look at that. Like, that's amazing. I mean, that's just exactly what you want to see for PvE. By the way, it's a beautiful skill. At the 2, oh, look at that. That is sick. I wonder if you can cancel that. No, you can't cancel that skill. And then the 1 does a nice little iframe. Nice little long iframe. It's an instant iframe. Oh, he's got a little partial in there. And then the 3rd skill rares back. Oh, right. Let me look at that 3rd skill again. Yeah, he gets the attack buff immediately. And I think, yeah, you get the damage accumulation immediately as well. So you literally can go 3, 4, 5 and put your proc on the 5. And then you could use the 1 as your survivability tool as far as playing them. These skills are so beautiful. And I want to turn the SFX on really quick here, guys, for you. See if I can find it here. Yeah, I didn't even turn it off a second ago. But look at this, all right? They changed this tier 3 on both these uniforms. Look at this thing. You got the dancing, the notes coming out, Spider-Man jumping all over the place. That is so freaking sick. This is so sick. I'm telling you guys, man, Spider-Man is lit. Like, so far, I am so impressed with this guy. Now, watch this. Watch this. This is something that's really, really phenomenal. So you got the damage proc on the 5, right? You can literally go 3, 4, tier 3, 5. I mean, you want the SFX off, but you get all the residual damage from the tier 3. You get the attack, you get the buff from the 4, you get the damage accumulation from the 3, you get the damage proc on the 5. I mean, all of it all at once. I'm not really sure if he's going to play better, you know, canceling his tier 3 or letting his tier 3 play out during actual game play, but it's just something to note about the character, right? It's just something to note. And with this red uniform, whoops. Click on here. There we go. Clicked on the wrong one a second ago. Right? The fifth skill is pretty much the same as it was, right? Oh, I love it. I love this 4. This is sick. Kind of goes translucent. There's the debuff. Oh, not bad. And there's the webbing, right? That applies to world boss. And of course, he's got the webbing applies to world boss in his tier 3 too. You got some electric there. I wonder if I don't even know if you can cancel the skill early. I don't think you can. Let me... No, you can't. Okay. Then you got the 1, and you can cancel the damage accumulation immediately for him, right? And the thing about this uniform is it's a little bit different where you can't cancel the 4 immediately if you're trying to play him in PvE. Remember, that 4 has ignore iframe. So what you can do is you can actually kind of rear back, hit the 4, go across, and then go into the 5. And then you see them getting webbed right there. That is freaking sick, guys. And you can cancel the tier 3 in this uniform as well. I mean, it is sick, guys. That, oh my God. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. It's so freaking amazing. So I'll show you guys a little preview of what he can do. I mean, look, guys, I mean, I got 160 proc. I mean, he's level 70. I mean, he's not leveled up at all, right? We don't even have a fully leveled up Power of Angry Hawk set, nothing like that. Normal ranked uniforms, okay? Oh yeah, I wanted to show something really quick here. As far as the uniform effects between these two uniforms, the black uniform actually gives the extra critical damage, going to make it easier to level him up. And then, of course, this uniform, this is another reason why I say he's going to be better for PvP. You got the ignore iframe, right? But you got to also have the excluding bosses, ignore enemies damage decreased by 50%. And I'm telling you guys, the red uniform and the black uniform are pretty similar in the damage that they can actually do in here. I mean, this is just a little preview, but I'm telling you guys, and he can take advantage of White Fox, which is just nuts, right? It is just nuts. I'm just going to use these strikers, guys. You know, this isn't, you know, an entire video dedicated to Spider-Man, but I just want to give you guys a preview of how strong he is. Now, granted, I do have 25% pierce on my count. I do have about 80% physical attack, but seriously, this is really, really good what he can do here. This is really good. So again, with the black uniform, at least so far from what I've been testing here, 3, 4, 5. Now, Proxima kind of got away from us there, from the time freeze there, and our proc actually came really late. But as you guys can see, man, Spider-Man has got some oomph. He's got some oomph, right? I mean, he's got some power. He's got some power, right? I mean, you know, 25 seconds down to the bottom of the 11th bar, and then I'll show you just really quick what he does with his red uniform. Slap that on him. It's at normal as well. And we'll see how much damage he does. Now, with this uniform, you got to delay the 4, so that way you can get that webbing and get that CC. Honestly, I mean, I love both uniforms, but I like the webbing because it's Spider-Man, right? That's Spider-Man. So I'm a little partial to it. Okay, so here we go. As soon as he goes across, I mean, look at that, guys. Look at that. I got snared, I got snared, I got snared. Right? You let her go across. There we go. I mean, there, you know, it was 5 seconds longer and we're down to the middle of the 11th bar. So as far as regular World Boss Ultimate is concerned, you're not seeing, I mean, yeah, the black uniform is stronger and the procs wore off a little bit more on the black uniform. There's probably a little bit of a little bit larger difference between these two uniforms' damage output, especially considering where the proc landed when I was using the black uniform. But this gives you guys an idea of the difference in the damage between these two uniforms. And honestly, like if you only have enough crystals for one of them, I would go with the red one. I really would. I would go with that red uniform because you're going to have more versatility with it. I think it's going to be better for PvP. It's just got more better PvP options. And I seriously want to get these characters tier 3. I want Spider-Man at tier 3 so badly. But I am godly impressed with Spider-Man. He looks just OP. He looks absolutely ridiculous. Either of the uniforms are freaking insane. And remember, you buy the first uniform for the 40% discount off, and then you get the next one for, you know, like 600 and some crystals. So, I mean, he's pretty awesome, guys. I gotta say, man, I'm so impressed with Spider-Man. Like, he actually feels like when you're playing him and you're playing him in World Boss Ultimate, he feels like Spider-Man. Again, we'll see about Kingpin. Maybe he'll end up becoming a ABX meta, but you're gonna have to pay full price for his uniform. But so far, guys, like seriously, his damage was pretty lackluster with the build that I have on my account. And really with 25% pierce, I really would have thought that he would have done better. But I need to play with the characters more. This is just an initial impression of him. But Spider-Man, big thumbs up, man. I'm so happy with this character. He looks freaking insane. And Black Cat, I still got to buy the uniform and actually test her. So let me know how y'all feeling about this update. Let me know how y'all feeling about Spider-Man. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.